Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 942 and today's topic is rubber industry. And first I will be discussing some very interesting long history of rubber. Actually rubber is natural polymer. It is a plant product. It is extracted from plant, and the history goes some in the year 1400, and this product rubber belongs to America. And during long journey by Columbus, it was in 1400 to America, he found that West Indies people, they are playing with the rubber ball, and it was found that this rubber ball they were making by extracting some liquid material resin from the plant. And then it came to Europe, that is in 1440s, 50s. And then French, they started working on this plant. And also in Mexico, rubber was known. It was in use by 1500, and it was known as, that is wood water, wood liquid, and in French they call it, that is coke. Coke means that is wood, and tay means that is liquid. But later on, the discoverer of oxygen, Priestley, he gave the name rubber, and by making use of this, and the term rubber was derived from rubbing off the pencil, cleaning up the pencil by rubbing. So that material which was capable of cleaning the rubber by rubbing, and then he gave the name rubber. So rubber was extracted from plant material, and they mentioned that once it is extracted, after some time in presence of air, it will become brown, and finally it is black. And later on in England in 1800, around 1700, they started improving its quality by the addition of different chemical substances. So first the sulfur was added into it, and by addition of sulfur, its plasticity or elasticity or industrial use was drastically improved. And by 1800, Dunlop was the person who started manufacturing tires and tubes, and where the air can be filled, and which was motorized. And that's why even today, by his name, Dunlop tires are very well known. So in this way, industrial uses, industrial production of different type of articles, items started out of rubber. And nowadays there are variety of substances they are added to improve the quality of rubber, and this process is known as vulcanization. Vulcanization means the addition of, commonly it is known as addition of sulfur to improve its quality of elasticity, but there are some other substances like aniline and some other organic materials are added which can improve drastically the quality of rubber. And the rubber is actually polymer which is made up of lot of monomer nucleus, and that very common monomer nucleus which is used to manufacture the rubber is known as isoprene unit. That is called isoprene unit. Isoprene unit. And this isoprene unit is C8, C5H8, and this C5H8 is like this. So this is your isoprene unit, and in this way another isoprene unit will be joined together, and in this way another isoprene unit will join together. So in this way this isoprene unit C5H8 will make a long chain polymer, and that long chain polymer of C5H8 isoprene unit, that is known as rubber. So all these things I will be discussing one by one. So I am discussing here, the rubber has long history, very interesting history. Plant product, that is liquid, and lot of scientists were involved from 1500 to 1800 to convert it into industrial product, I mean to use in industries. And nowadays we have thousands of product out of natural rubber, that is polymer. So number one, rubber is a product of Americans. And Columbus, on his long journey to America, found the native of West Indies playing games with rubber balls made from the resin of the tree, and introduced it to the Europe after his return in the year 1496. So actually rubber belongs to Americans. In West Indies they were using it. It was in 1400 in game, to play the game, and that resin or liquid was extracted out from tree. Number two, normally occurring rubber like materials were also known as back as 1521 in Mexico. So in Mexico it was also known in the year 1521. Xavier de Charroy described these materials as porous and light, and which rebounded on falling. So actually it was Xavier de Charles. He gave the first physical and chemical property that once it is falling on the ground, it has elastic property, plasticity, it will rebound to upper side, and that's why it has a rebounding property. Then French scientist studies the rubber plants, and scientifically for first time Lecture-942Topic. So Lecture-942Topic, an explorer to the South America, wrote about the rubber. So in his research paper he gave this his research finding. And what is his research finding? That there flows from hemp tree by incision liquor which gradually hardens and blackens in presence of air. This was the first definition. After the research, the scientist whose name was Lecture-942Topic, he gave the definition for rubber, that it is a type of liquid from heaven tree, and once it is extracted in presence of air, slowly it will become black and hard. Was given by him. The name was given Code Chow. So Code Chow was the first name given to this rubber, and Code Chow means cow means wood. That is in West Indies, and Ochu means to weave. So the wood which is weeping, that they gave the name Cord Chow, and then slowly the Priestley, he gave the name after rubbing out the pencil mark out of this material. Then he gave the name rubber, and was used for rubber. Joseph Priestley, the discoverer of oxygen, was credited with introducing the word rubber. So actually Priestley, he was a great scientist of his period. He discovered the oxygen, and he was working on rubber also, this natural product, and he found the first property of rubber, that whatever pencil mark or writing, it can be removed, or it can be rubbed out by this material. So that's why from that his work, he gave the name rubber, and the rubber came from that concept, rub out of the pencil mark, rubber. And as he first observed the ability of plant material to rub out a lead pencil mark. Number 3, the first rubber goods were industrially manufactured in England, that is UK, in the year 1819. A few years later, Charles in England, Charles Macintosh, an Englishman. Actually here, very interesting thing I will tell you. I visited London and I interacted with them. Then I came to know about this, what is the meaning of this Englishman. Because I called somebody British. He said, no, don't call me British, I am English. Then I was surprised at what does it mean by it. So I asked him, but you are holding British passport, then why are you saying English? He said, no, there are many people outsiders, they hold British passport, many Asian, many African, some other country, they can call themselves British. The original people, genetically, those who are from UK, they call them Englishmen. Means they are not coming from anywhere. Their generations are born and brought up in UK. They are known as Englishmen. So then only I came to know about the meaning of the Englishman. Means he was pure British, not British I can say. Englishman means genetically from generation to generation he was English. Man made a rubberized fabric. So he was the first man, that British Englishman, who made the fabric out of rubber by spreading a solution of rubber in a turpentine oil between two pieces of cloth. Number 4, in the year 1839, Charles Goodyear. Nowadays there are tires also in the name of, that is Goodyear tire. Charles Goodyear hardened a mixture of rubber and sulfur. So it was Goodyear who heated the sulfur with rubber, and then the quality of rubber was improved. It became hard by heating sulfur. It improved the properties of rubber and made it more useful, and the term was given vulcanization. So it was the Goodyear, Charles Goodyear, who gave this term addition of sulfur to make rubber more hard and to increase the plasticity, elasticity. The sulfur is added and heated, and this process of rubber is called vulcanization, and that was given by Charles Goodyear. Was assigned to this process, and that was by Thomas Honock in 43. he joined, and he also gave contributed and gave the name organization. He supported his research work. Some alkaline substance like magnesia, lithars, lime, etc. We are found to accelerate vulcanization and yield better products. So to accelerate and to get more yield, some other substances are added, and these substances are magnesia, lithars, and lime. Number 5, Dunlop was the person whose name is popular even today, Dunlop tire. Dunlop is in the year 1888 made and patented rubber tires. PATN, patented or patented? PATN, patented. He made the patent, of the rubber. So in 1888 he made and patented the rubber tires which were filled with air. So it was the Dunlop who first prepared the tire, and he did the patent in his name, and it was filled with air and was used as a tire, and that is known as Dunlop tire. In 1906, Onestega observed that aniline accelerates vulcanization, and antioxidant was found, and which checked perishing of rubber in 1924. Today, several chemicals are used to speed the vulcanization and to improve the aging and fatigue resistance of rubber, because now the cars, it is used in aeroplanes, so many places, so lot of resistance is required. It can resist lot of shock and pressure because of the high speed. And number 6, today the rubber industry has a long history. In 1900, over 50,000 tons per annum of natural rubber was produced, and the demand of the rubber between 1915 was phenomenal, and due to mechanized transportation, industry in the world. By 1940, the world rubber production was 1.4 million tons, and today, of course, in 2021, the natural rubber production globally is millions of tons. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.